My GF said, I love you, but I'm not ready for the boring couple life. I want to have fun before settling with someone like you. So I gave her all the freedom she wanted and lived my life without her. Months later, she wants us back. Me and Jessica had been dating for 2 years. We met in college, started as study partners for chemistry class, and just clicked. She was funny, smart, had this laugh that made everyone around her smile. For those 2 years, everything felt perfect. We'd do movie nights every Friday, cook terrible pasta together on Sundays, and she'd fall asleep on my shoulder while we watched whatever show she picked. I was ready to move in together after graduation. But 3 months before we finished school, Jessica started acting different. She'd go out with her friends more, come home later, and when I'd ask to join, she'd say it was girls' night only. I trusted her, so I didn't push it. Then one random Tuesday in April, she came over to my apartment and dropped the bomb. We need to talk. Those 4 words that everyone dreads. She sat on my couch and told me she loved me, but she wasn't ready for the boring couple life. Said she wanted to travel, party, be young and free before settling down with someone like me. Someone like me. That phrase stuck in my head for weeks. She made it sound like I was some backup option, some safe choice she'd return to after having her fun. I asked her what she wanted from me. She said she wanted to take a break but not really break up. Keep things open, see other people, but stay connected. I'm not gonna lie, that hurt worse than just ending it. So I told her no. If she wanted freedom, she could have all of it, but I wasn't going to sit around waiting while she figured out what she wanted. We broke up that night. She cried and said I was being unfair, that I didn't understand what she needed, but I understood perfectly. She wanted me as a safety net. The next few weeks were brutal. I'd see her Instagram stories, partying downtown, going to concerts, hanging out with guys I'd never seen before. My friends kept sending me screenshots asking if I was okay. I wasn't, but I deleted Instagram and decided to focus on myself instead of watching her live her best life. I started going to the gym every morning before classes, not because I wanted to look better for anyone, just because I needed something to do with all the anger and hurt I was feeling. My roommate Chris would come with me and we'd just lift weights and talk about anything except Jessica. By June, I'd lost 15 pounds and actually felt good for the first time in months. I graduated with honors, landed a job at a tech startup downtown, and moved into a new apartment closer to work. It wasn't anything fancy, but it was mine. No shared memories, no ghosts of movie nights and Sunday pasta. I started saying yes to things I'd normally avoid. Coworkers invited me to a hiking trip, so I went. Made friends with people who didn't know Jessica or our history. Started taking a photography class on weekends because I'd always wanted to learn. Life kept moving forward, and somewhere along the way I realized I wasn't thinking about her anymore. Then September rolled around. I was at a coffee shop working on my laptop when my phone buzzed. Jessica's name popped up. First text in 4 months. Hey, can we talk? I stared at that message for a solid 5 minutes. Part of me wanted to ignore it, but curiosity won. I replied, what's up? She said she wanted to meet in person. We agreed on a restaurant near campus, neutral territory. When I walked in, she was already sitting at a booth in the corner. She looked different, tired maybe. She smiled when she saw me, but it didn't reach her eyes like it used to. We made small talk for a few minutes about jobs and life after college. Then she got to the real reason she wanted to meet. She said she made a mistake, that the whole freedom thing wasn't what she thought it would be. The partying got old, the random hookups felt empty, and she realized what we had was special. She missed me, missed us, wanted to try again. I sat there listening to her talk about how much she'd grown and changed, how she was ready now for that life she called boring back in April, and I felt nothing. No anger, no hurt, no urge to take her back or tell her off, just nothing. When she finished talking, she looked at me with these hopeful eyes waiting for me to say something. So I did. I told her I was happy she figured out what she wanted, but I'd moved on. Those 4 months taught me that I didn't need someone who saw me as boring or safe. I needed someone who was sure about me from the start. Jessica's face fell. She tried to argue, saying people make mistakes and deserve second chances, but I wasn't angry about it. I just knew that the person I was now didn't fit with the person she was then or even now. We paid for our coffees and I wished her well. As I walked out of that restaurant, I felt lighter than I had in months. My phone buzzed a few times with texts from her over the next week, but I didn't respond. Some doors are meant to stay closed.